This is Sohit from the Department of Bioinformatics, Savda School of Engineering, Chennai. Today I'm going to present my research topic, SchizoDoc. It's a web-based platform for machine learning-driven QSR modeling and PIC50 prediction for schizophrenia treatment. So I'll be talking about what is schizophrenia and how we did using the workflow, and also I'll be concluding the session with results and discussion. So what is schizophrenia basically? It comes from a Greek word which means schizo, where it means split, and phrene, which means brain. So it's basically a chronic brain disorder and a psychiatric syndrome, and it's the seventh most costly medical illness in our society. So after a thorough literature review, I found out that the glutamate is the major concern when it comes to schizophrenia. The excess of glutamate is actually responsible for this disease. So in order to modulate the glutamatergic system in our body, so we are targeting a protein called EAAT, which means excitatory amino acid transporter. So there are several subtypes in it, but we are considering EAAT3 in our research project here. So EAAT3 is like a crucial role in maintaining low levels of glutamate in our system. So if there is low levels of glutamate in our system, it means that we are less prone to schizophrenia. So now I'll be showing the workflow of this research area. So we have first collected our data set from ChemWell database. So we have done data cleaning and all in the first flow. So here we have sourced the bioactivity data from the ChemWell database, and then finally we have curated some sort of data set after cleaning, removing all sorts of data. And now we have done some exploratory data analysis, which is otherwise called chemical space analysis. So in order to better visualize how our data set is looking like. And after that, we have done data splitting, which is like 80% training set and 20% test set. And now we have devised several machine learning models all in one go. We have compared several machine learning models and picked out the best one. And we have taken that and put it on a web-based platform, which is SchizoDoc, which I'll be showing now. So when we took the data set, it's basically like there are several inactive, active inhibitors. So basically, when you look at the graph, basically log P and molecular weight. So basically, you know that Lipinski rule of 5, right? There should be less than or equal to 5 hydrogen donors, less than or equal to 10 hydrogen acceptors, and also log P should be less than or equal to 5, and molecular weight should be less than or equal to 500 gram per mole. So when you consider that, you can see that the molecular weight is anywhere ranging from 300 to 500, and also log P value is less than 5. If you can see, there are some outliers here and there in our data set. And now these are some box plots. Since there is a time constraint, I'll be skipping through this. And when we compared several machine learning models all at one go using a module called LazyPredict in Python programming, we saw that lower RMSE and a high R square and a less computational time is the best model. So when we consider all that, we found out that the random forest regressor has performed really well with an accuracy rate of 97.2%. And now we have done a scatter plot. So here you can see the experimental and the predicted by our model, which is the random forest model. As you can see, there are several molecules along the diagonal side, and there are some outliers here and there, as it's common in any machine learning model. And now after we have done this Gini index. Gini index is basically like it gives you a mechanistic feature importance of our compounds. So if you can see the box plot, sub FP100, which is the fingerprint 100. Fingerprint 100 refers to secondary amide. Fingerprint 16 refers to secondary alcohol. Fingerprint 3 refers to tertiary carbon. These are the three important fingerprints of the compounds that are actually modulating the effect of our target protein. So after that, we have used an algorithm called Kennerstone algorithm, so which basically took out like 10 diverse compounds from our data set. As you can see, the red spots over here are basically our diversity set, and the gray circles are other inhibitors. And after that, these are those 10 compounds with the structures from the PubChem database. And now our machine learning model predicted the PIC50 value, as you can see, 7.0. Yes. And this is our web app. You can actually log on to this website, which is schizodoc.streamlit.app, where you can actually upload your ligand files, and it actually predicts the PIC50 value. And here you can see the higher PIC50 value is showing the more number of hydrogen bonds and lesser binding energy and the higher binding affinity. Here you can see there are like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 hydrogen bonds, and the red are like hydrophobic residues. Yeah, thank you. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on my number. Thank you.